Hi again, breakfast cereal eaters, and welcome to another edition of What's in the Box. And this time we've got another one of those PC CD-ROM walkthroughs, and it's 2006 Kellogg's Coco Pops Art Attack games. This particular one is Party Stuff, so let's load it all up and show you exactly what all the various bits are that you can look at on this CD.
Hi, Neil Buchanan here. Are you ready to do some art attacks? Well, I've teamed up with Kellogg's to create a great series of CD-ROMs with lots of brilliant things for you to make and do simply out of paper. This is one of 4 exclusive to Kellogg's CD-ROMs, available free on special packs of Kellogg's cereals. There's building stuff, my stuff, games and stuff, and party stuff. Right, let's go and have some fun.
So you'll see that I've actually got party stuff on this one. The other games I will load and feature in a future episode. So there's a list of all the various things you might want to get ready in terms of sticky tape, split pins, and goodness knows what else. And you'll see there's also that guide there on the left that talks you through the various skill levels or technical skills you'll need for each of the activities. So let's put me in. I won't bother changing the colours of what I look like. Let's do it in small caps. Right, bit of a wait.
Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
So here we go. I'm clicking on each of the various activities that you can do, and I'll take you through each one in turn. So if there's any particular ones in there anyone's interested in, you can fast forward. Let's kick off with party placemats.
Placemats.
So let's have a look. We'll click on that. It's a bit of a wait on some of these, I think, purely because of the fact it's an old Windows XP I'm playing this on. So looks like I'm not quite sure what all these things do. Circle, rectangle. I'm guessing these are shapes that we can put onto the picture. Yep. That's trying to work out how you colour it in. Oh, I've just coloured the circle, I think. Just try and fill it. No, I just seem to be drawing on the stem there. Not quite sure which one of these is the which one's the fill. Normally it's a bucket or something like that, but alright, need to do a bit of learning. Okay, I can now draw a straight line. Oh, here we go. Fill, paintbrush. Well, let's try and fill some of these stems. That's it. Hurrah! So I really like the fact that oops, managed to do a line there. I really like the fact that actually these sort of old computer pictures are just so easy to do the colouring. So for kids, you know, this was perfect. They could just spend hours clicking, and so I'm trying to work out how to actually undo something there. There we go. Yeah, I like the fact that kids could just sort of click away. I know my kids loved this sort of thing when they were really young, and it kept them quiet for hours, just colouring away, saving the picture, and potentially printing them out. Although I think I must have spent a fortune in colour ink at the time. So there we go. That's the first picture, I think. Not sure really there's much else to do on that. We could put some text in it, I'm guessing. I'll change the size of it. Yeah, it's really easy to use this actually. It's very intuitive. Let's see what else they've got around here. Let's try these stamps. Not quite sure what these are. This car. Oh, I see. You can just literally plonk these onto the picture. So there's a whole range of ones to choose there. I was hoping you could sort of scroll through them, but yeah, all right. I think we get the general idea. Lots of things that you can put on. Oh, I like the bat. Let's have a look at some of the other backgrounds. So we don't want to save that. So football. There's the spooky one. Let's put my bat on that. Oh, no, I need to not save it, right? Pirates, pumpkins, so Halloween, so all very much festive, all these mats. And then there's a blank one, presumably for you to free draw. And then we're back to the original one again. So, yeah, it's good. Let's go back out of these. That seems to be placemats finished.
Placemats.
Alright, how do we work out how to get back to the main menu? Oh, there we go, back.
Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make. Paper chains.
So I've got a range of them here. Star rating 2. Fairies. Let's have a look at the fairies one. So, not quite sure. Well, it looks like you can still colour and interact with these, which is quite good. I presume they're paper chains that we need to fold them down. Oh, there we go. So if I show the grid lines, you can see how to fold them and then cut the sort of core shape of the daisy and then unfold it. And then presumably print. I'm not connected to the printer, so I assume that just opens the print menu. There we go, and there's an others tip thing here, so let's put lots of glitter and sparkles all over these and all over your table and all in the carpet and everywhere else. So I don't think there's much else to do on that one. Can't see why you'd use stamps and those sorts of things on this either, but
paper chains.
Let's have a look at another. Let's have a look at pirates. That looks quite good. That's 2-star difficulty as well. Again, we'll show the grid lines. So quite easy to do that. So I presume what you do is you just print this out and it'll actually just print the core shape rather than the whole chain effect. So I'm not quite sure what the benefit then of using colours is, but anyway.
Paper chains.
And let's have a look at triangular bunting. We needed some bunting for the old VJ Day celebrations the other week and had to make our own, so this would have been quite handy at the time. So, okay, we can add glitter, sticker, magazine cuttings and so forth. Right, not much more to really add to that. So I presume you just use text on it and that's it. So, there we go.
Paper chains.
That's most. Let's have a look at one more. Have a look at football. I guess the main hassle with this one is actually when you do actually cut the chain out, it's all those other sort of hexagons and so forth you've then got to draw onto the other shapes. So, or you just print it out on one A4 sheet and then just cut around each one and leave it at that. No. And there's the bats one. Right, let's go back to the main menu again.
Paper chains. Have a look around the studio and click on the
Right, so
item
we've
you would
done
like
paper
to
chains.
make.
Now let's have a look at party games.
Party games.
Oh, excellent. We got Coco Monkey on this one. So 2-star difficulty. But it's good to see something specifically relating to Kellogg's on this one. So let's have a look. And there he is, Coco Monkey. So it's pin the tail on Coco. So that's obviously sheet 1 to print off. And sheet 2 is obviously multiple tails to cut out and give to all the kids. So, God, you spent hours doing all those tails. There you go, and I suppose you could put a stamp in the corner just to make out it's a party. So that's Coco Monkey Pin the Tail.
Party games.
So it looks like most of these are actually pin the tail in some sorts of that fashion. So what's this one? Stick the flag on the ship. So there we go. There's the ship, and they're the Jolly Roger flags to put in the top one up there. I suppose this is an example of actually one where you could actually colour it and make it a bit more fun for the kids. So here we go. We'll put it on blue sea, and let's paint the ship itself as brown. There we go. Oh no, missed the other part of the ship. It's really difficult to actually see exactly where the point is to fill on some of these. So we can do the Jolly Roger. Actually, I've done that the wrong way around. It should be the sail is black. And then let's do his eyes. Oh, it's really difficult, this. There we go. And his mouth. Yep, and let's try his nose. Oh, rubbish. No, can't do that. Let's leave that. That's good enough. And then presumably you would want to try and paint the actual individual flags there. It's a bit of a fiddle, this one, but I guess you've got the time and the patience, you could do it. So at least it's more than just printing out a game. It's actually trying to do something with it, which is makes it a bit more interesting, I guess. Let's have a look at some of these
Party games.
Mustn't forget the traditional pin the tail on the donkey as well. And there are the tails. And actually, by showing you some of these screens, I guess if anybody's got a burning desire to do any of these activities, you could actually do a screenshot of this video and then sort of print that out and
Party
colour it
games.
in manually. Or you could probably upload it into Microsoft Paint or one of those other art packages. Right, there's the spaceman. Looks a bit scary, doesn't he?
Party games.
Right, let's have a look at one more. Have a look at Stick the Hat on the Snowman. There we go. Fairly straightforward, follows the same theme as all the others. So that's party games.
Party games.
Let's go back to the main menu, shall we, and see what's next on the list.
Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
So, party sun catchers. Got no idea what that is.
Sun
There we go.
catchers.
To make all of these great items, you will require vegetable oil and safety scissors. Right. Okay, intriguing. Difficulty rating 1. Right, so as you'll see, they're using the same sort of stock of images for all of these activities. So I guess you just got to hope that it's one that the kids like. Oh no, that's different. There's that soccer player again. Got pirates, pumpkins, and then there's the snowman with his hat on, and the spaceman, and a black one. So I've still got no idea what a sun catcher is. There you go. What's this? Show me. Oh, this is quite good. A little animation to show you what you're meant to do. So you cut it out and you also just roll a bit of paper and rub it on it. Not sure I follow that. Let's, if I missed something. So you cut out the picture. I suppose you've got oil, so maybe you're rubbing oil onto it. It does say show written instructions. Let's have a look at that. Right, cut the circle. You'll need to wipe some vegetable oil over the printed image. This will make the paper go a bit see-through, and then hold the sun catcher to the light. Right, okay. So you hold it to the light and then see the light brighten your picture. Well, I can't imagine this is going to work particularly well when you print it on the dot matrix printer and find that, or a bubble jet printer, and then find that it bleeds all the colours everywhere. So no.
Sun catchers.
Not so sure about this one.
Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
Party sandwich flags.
Sandwich flags.
Right, using straws as well. Hope they're paper ones. So, oh, is that it? Oh my God, you're going to have to... Well, it's pretty obvious what you need to do, but you're going to... They're pre-coloured in, so I don't know why you've got the choice of changing those colours. You wouldn't even be able to get close to any of them, I don't think. But I presume if you've got 10 different sandwiches, you're going to have to print each one of these on an individual piece of paper. Let's try colouring one in and just see what it is like. It's going to be so precise. Oh. No, can't do that one. Let's see if we can do something a bit darker, see if that's a bit more visible. There we go. More luck than judgment, I think, me hitting the right area. Oops, and I missed that one. Right, let's forget about that. Don't think much about the sandwich flags.
Sandwich flags. Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
So that's sandwich flags. Now let's go. Let's have a look at
Masks.
party masks. They look quite good. Wow, these are a lot more exciting. 4 difficulty rating. A lot more interesting than I was expecting it to be, I must admit. Thought it was going to be a bit like the cut-out masks on the back of the cereal packets. So let's go straight onto the alien one and see what that's like. Okay, so got a couple of eyes, face. Looks like you've got to do some folding bits and pieces there. Let's see what the other info says. Add aluminium foil or glitter can create the look that's out of this world. Tell you what, let's do the animation, see what that's like. Right. Quite good, these little animations, actually. It's quite good for kids to be able to see exactly what you're meant to do off the back of these pictures. So here we go, that's the alien's eyes on. Let's look at what part 2 is. Cut the eyes out. Sorry, that's the alien's ears, not eyes on. And it looks like, oh, you've got to do these folds. Concertina it, and then we've got the headband to obviously go around the back and stick to the child's head. Oh, that's quite good, that. So I'm not sure really there's much more to do there. Clearly you can get it coloured in, but let's have a look at one of the other masks as well.
Masks.
Alright, which shall we go for? Let's go for the elephant. I like the look of this one. Shame it takes so long to upload some of these. So, oh, I've just noticed there's sheet 1. There's sheet 2. There's obviously the trunk. Oh, and there's the headbands. I didn't see that on the alien one. I assume the alien one must have had a couple of sheets as well. I'll have a look, see what the guides show. Tell you what, let's just see how to make it. So cut the eyes out. So see what part 2 is. Alright, glue the trunk together. Then presumably we just stick that onto the main face piece. Alright. Okay, that looks pretty good. I like that one.
Masks.
What should we have a look at now? Let's have a look at the pirate one. That looks a bit more complex as well. So that's how many sheets there are. So I've only got 2 for this one. I presume those tabs are just to give extra strength. I don't know why you need to stick them down, but anyway, maybe I suppose you could actually use those and put maybe an elastic band around it and tie that around the back of the head rather than the actual sort of headband that they've shown. Well, it's a very uncomfortable looking nose. It's funny, isn't it? Some of these animations, I mean, this one's got 4 and the elephant only had 2. They seem just as complicated, but... Right, so... I'll shove the nose on. And then, of course, we've got the headbands. Right, there we go, so that's masks.
Masks?
I won't go through the others, I think probably seen enough of those for now. They'll look fairly similar theme. Actually, we'll have a look at the design your own, because interesting to see what they're suggesting there. Just looks a bit like a Zorro mask, to be honest. I presume you just paint that black and... a blank mask. Colour the mask, then print it out. Glue the side tabs. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't particularly impressive, was it?
Masks?
Right, masks done.
Have a look around the
What's next?
studio and click on the item you would like
Party
to make.
crackers. Let's see if you can... It looks like you can wander anywhere around here. Not sure. I thought that we might be able to lie on that bed, but clearly not. Pencil box bed.
Crackers?
Right, party crackers. You can do everything here. So you can make the party hats, you've got the jokes, and the cracker as well. So difficulty rating 4. Hats are 3, and the jokes were 1. So let's start off on the easy one then, the jokes. Oh, there you go then. So you've got all the jokes pre-done. Unfortunately, I can't read them on this screen. I'm sure if I'd printed them out, then I could have seen them, but my screen's a bit too small at the moment, so I've got no idea what those jokes are saying. I'm sure they're really bad though. So I guess what you could do, actually, the one thing that this does let you do is actually colour the jokes in. So I suppose you could do that, print them out, and then at least make it a bit more of a colourful cracker than just purely black and white. Let's go back though. I'll have a look at what they have to do with the hats. When it finally uploads.
Crackers?
There we go, paper hats. I'm guessing this is a bit like the paper chain actually. You're not going to have to do much on this one. So if you show the grid, there you go. Basic cut there. And then you can presumably colour them all in. Oops, didn't use the fill icon. There we go. Right, don't think there's much more on that one.
Crackers?
Now let's have a look at the crackers. These look quite interesting. Albeit they're very boring in terms of the colour they are. So show guides. Yeah, this looks like it needs lots of folds again. A bit like the paper chain, you're going to have to do multiple cuts down the side to give that sort of serrated pull mechanism, shall we say, for the cracker. 6 parts to these instructions, must be complex. Oh, well, part 1 isn't very complex, just cut the shape out. Part 2, right, looks like you've got to fold the sides in. That's presumably so you can start to do that serration cuts. There we go. Now what? Oh, that's so you're just folding. That's obviously the pull mechanism, isn't it? So you're folding it so that they can be sort of stuck out. Now, presumably, you need to have made sure you've got your hat and your joke and your gift ready before you start to do this. And there's some reinforcement bits. Right. Looks relatively straightforward. I bet it wasn't quite as easy as it looked on there. There you go. If you do want to put a hat or a joke in, then make sure you do it at that step. Oh, and there we go. As you'd expect with a cracker, you might want to glitter it, put glitter or foil or magazine cuttings on to smarten it up. All right, that's crackers. That was quite a good one, that.
Crackers. Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
Right, what's this one? Party name badges. Right, looks like we're nearly there.
Name badges.
Right, name badges. We've got design your own or obviously pre-done ones. 1 difficulty rating. Yeah, presumably just need scissors. Oh, right, so they're all... Oh, okay, that's not quite what I was expecting. I suppose if it's a name badge, you do it, do it on a sticker, and then you can just write people's names on and then give it to them. I thought it might be more like a place setting name badge where it's folded, but okay, all right. I don't think there's much more to that. I suppose you could type the names in. There you go, Serial Mad. Yeah, I've done that in yellow. How do we change the font? Oh, I presume that goes to the palette. Let's have a look at that. It's in red. Okay. Yeah, that's all right.
Name badges.
And then design your own will be just, I assume, a blank one.
Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
Party place settings. This is what I thought
Place
the last
settings.
ones were. So we've got 2 lots here. So design 1. Right, let's show the grid. You can see how there you're cutting the shape out so it stands out, and you can fold it and becomes a proper placemat. Straightforward. So again, you've got those same sort of stock pictures of the footballer and the spaceman, and again, assuming you can colour these in if you wanted to. If you choose the right brush, fill, there we go. That's good. Nice idea, I like that.
Place settings.
Let's have a look at design 2 as well. I'm imagining this is going to be all the same images that we've seen of the others, with fairies and pirates, and there we go, and pumpkins. And this one, why not add glitter? Yeah. So that's party placemats, or place settings, I should say, not placemats. So
Place settings.
Place settings.
Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
We've got party hats.
Party hats.
Wow, these are quite fancy, aren't they? God, what should we start? Let's start with vampire. So, do a Halloween themed party. Oh, that's quite good. New image. A couple of sheets on the hands and the obviously the wings, and then obviously the vampire itself. So let's see how this is done. That's straightforward. So those tabs at the beginning, that's presumably again so you can put some I don't know, some cord or elastic through the straps so that you can then sort of pin that to your head. I like that. It's good. And again, as with all the others, you can colour that one in. There you go. I suppose you need these grids on this to show where you're meant to glue.
Party hats.
Right, let's have a look at the fairy. Oh, it's a very fat fairy. Not like the other image, is it? It's like the one at Cinderella, actually. So you can put glitter and so forth on. It looks like this is made in exactly the same way as the vampire Count Dracula one. You can colour it in as well. At least they've used a fairly sort of standard sort of system for this, so it's really easy for the kids to pick up. Let's have a look at the witch's hat now. Wool and pipe cleaners, that's presumably wool to give it a sort of cobwebby look, I suppose. I'm quite sure what the pipe cleaners would be for, but right, so you obviously got to cut the inner circle out so that you can then stick that to the main head cone. The only downside to this, I suppose, is the fact that you can only do it on print this on A4 paper, so it's only kids up to a certain age, I guess. Otherwise, it'll be just sort of pitched on the top of their head.
Party hats.
Let's have a look at the spaceship as well. So let's make the rocket out of aluminium foil. Oh, you've got the spaceman, and presumably that's the fins on the side. Let's see how this one's pulled together. It's fairly easy. I'd make sure you've done the slits, that's presumably so the fins can stick out of that. And oh, I suppose actually I didn't realise that the capsule's got that circle in it, that's so you could see the spaceman inside. That's a nice little touch, I like that. So you can see him saluting out through that little hole. Great.
Party hats.
Go on, shall we have a look at the pirate as well? So if anybody's doing pirate parties, you can print this one off as well. Complete the set. So fairly standard stuff. There's the obviously the grid lines. Right, and there's his cutlass and his hook.
Party hats.
So, right, one more. Go on then, footballer. Let's have a look at him. Looks like he just has his legs sticking out. So there's 2 parts to this. Oh, there's football as well. Didn't see that on the original image. So I'll show where the joins are meant to be. Let's have a look and see how this one's made. Similar sort of style to all the others, to be honest, but obviously you cut the foot out and the leg, stick the tabs back. Yeah. And then I'm quite sure where this. Oh, I see. The football's sort of crossing over the leg then, so it's like it's sort of flying out. Quite clever. Right, there we go.
Party hats. Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
We've done all of them. So we've done the party place settings, we've done that, we've done the sandwich flags, party crackers, we've done the masks, sun catcher, party games, super chains, and the placemats. So you can have a preview of some of the others. So let's have a look at the what these are like. So we've got building stuff.
Puppets.
Puppets. Oh, great. Look, we've got some Kellogg's Coco puppets there. So let's have a look at Coco finger puppet. We'll only have a quick sneak preview of some of these, purely because of the fact that I will look to feature these in one of the future What's in the Box when I look at this particular CD in more detail. So that's the finger puppet. So obviously fold that in half and the 2 Cocos join together. And
puppets.
You can make him and the rest of the gang. I'm assuming you can make a theatre as well. So that was building stuff. I won't look at the others either.
Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
What's this one? This is games and stuff, board games.
Board games.
Oh, great. More Kellogg's, Coco and Frosties and Rice Krispies. Let's have a look at the drafts one. It's nice to see they've actually used the Kellogg's brand specifically more for these rather than the, obviously for the party stuff. It was fairly limited. So there's the drafts board, sheet 1 and 2, and there's the counters. You've got all the various characters. Like this one, this is good. So I'll have to get the games and stuff CD reviewed at some point soon as well.
Board games.
Alright, and then finally, once it goes back to the main screen,
have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
we've got the last one, which is, there we go, my stuff. Door hangers. Go on, let's hope that this is another Coco Pops one.
Door hangers.
And it is. There we go. So, standard door hanger. Oh, blank. Let's have a look at the backgrounds. Tony and Coco. Oh, so a choice of 3. That's all right, though. Good. Look forward to doing that. So I think that is everything.
Door hangers.
Go back to the main menu.
Have a look around the studio and click on the item you would like to make.
Right, those are my work. Oh, this is just where you save all your projects that you've been working on. I hope you've enjoyed this trip around this PC CD game. It's a really long one, isn't it? We've been doing this for the last 50 minutes now, nearly. But it just shows how much there is to actually do and navigate. And I hope I actually get a chance to try some of these things out. Anyway, if you're interested in this and other PC CD-ROM games, I will be doing more reviews in future. So please subscribe to this channel, like and share the clips, or visit my website cerealoffers.com, click on Kellogg's and then Coco Pops. So I'm dedicating this particular episode to my cousin Ruth, who's really arty and loves doing all this sort of stuff. I'm not sure if she'll actually do any of them, but it might inspire her as well.